Today has the possibility to be our last day without any official information in regards to Season 1 Reloaded. We'll have to see how everything works out timing-wise from a marketing and reveal perspective for the upcoming update, but ahead of that, I wanted to discuss what we know about the new upcoming feature, Raids in Modern Warfare 2 Season 1 Reloaded. There's a lot of unknowns still, but what we do know shows some promise. So we're going to break down what we know so that you can be as ready as you can be ahead of this Season 1 Reloaded update to come. As we go along, drop your thoughts down below. What are you looking forward to in regards to Raids? Are you going to jump in day one and grind them out, or do you think they'll be kind of an afterthought to you? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts below. But if you enjoyed the video, you find it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, and DMZ, especially ahead of the Season 1 Reloaded update. We've got a lot upcoming, so we'll keep you in the loop with all of it. If you'd like to join the community as we chase down 600,000 subscribers, I'd love to have you. But for now, let's jump in and talk about what we know about Raids. So first and foremost, I kind of want to take a second and discuss here that we'll likely see details confirmed, denied, altered, or such in the coming days, but in preparation, we're talking about this here today. But to me, I'm kind of expecting at the earliest we see new information for Season 1 Reloaded as of tomorrow, at the earliest. Though again, it's a toss-up. Historically speaking, new seasonal updates are debuted with some sort of information, a teaser trailer, a trailer overall, cutscenes, a blog post, or just even something really small on Twitter like, hey, Season 1 Reloaded is coming. We usually see stuff like that start around the 7 days out mark, 1 week from that update actually going live. Now, Cold War did kind of break the mold here a little bit, where a few times they did it about 10 days out, but alas, we're past that 10-day out point already, and we've yet to see anything officially. So referring back to that in bulk, it's usually about that 7-day out mark at the earliest. But things like roadmaps, if there's any updated for Season 1 Reloaded here, things of that scale, a full reveal blog post or stuff like that, that's usually reserved for the Monday before launch. So if that's the case, we may get a Raids revealed style blog post or information in bulk around that point, and we still have a few days to go until then. However, we are getting closer, no less, so we'll have verification and expansion on details sooner rather than later. But firstly, what are Raids? Well, this is going to be a sub-mode of Spec Ops, or rather a feature in Spec Ops. We don't know exactly how it'll be handled in the sort of menu of Modern Warfare 2, but it was first mentioned at COD Next, though not explicitly for Spec Ops until a later time. That came from the official COD blog, in which it stated, confirmed for Modern Warfare 2, Raids are a whole new experience for the franchise, a 3-player cooperative engagement requiring teamwork and strategic puzzle-solving thinking in between bouts of intense combat. So this is also going to be something that, along the way, progresses the narrative element of things. We talked about how there is in the future campaign DLC rumored to be coming at a later point, but perhaps this is the first part of that here. Not necessarily its own standalone campaign, but continuing on the narrative that we saw within Modern Warfare 2's campaign, similar to how we saw it progress briefly in Spec Ops for Modern Warfare 2019, and then more so in Warzone in Modern Warfare 2019. So we could see some maybe resolution or continuation after that big cliffhanger at the very end of the game, at that mid-credit scene where a certain someone in the Modern Warfare universe is setting up their return and in a grand fashion. But we will see the story of Modern Warfare 2 continue on through Spec Ops and Raids here. Curious to see, again, drawing one-to-one parallels, if we'll see any real storyline progression, hardcore push during DMZ and Warzone 2, but right now we don't have any information on that future. Now, there is some preparation that will be required. You won't necessarily want to go into Raids blind or unequipped. In this next week, if you're open to it, you don't have much that you're grinding out, or you just want to game something new, I definitely go in and level up your classes in Spec Ops. Take some time, jump in and do that. It'll give you the best possible chance to succeed in Raids when they launch, but the thing is, it's not even just a recommendation from me as just, hey, maybe be ready for this. It's actually something that was mentioned by developers, a developer tip to go in, rank up these classes, because you'll end up having more abilities here to help you out in those coming raids and the gameplay loop that you'll need to engage with. Now, right now, it's rumored that there will be multiple level designs here in regards to how we have that gameplay loop. According to Tom Henderson, industry insider we've heard from plenty, the first raid is reportedly being described as like Destiny, but more tactical, and will apparently include 3 different levels, one requiring a numbers puzzle, one being a water maze where you have to share oxygen between your squad, and then some sort of incursion as well to cap it all off. Or maybe not in that particular order, but we'll see, again, a sort of triathlon of your attributes in Call of Duty and how you have to approach certain engagements and situations. Now, from new leaked items here from the Twitter user Is That Raz, there apparently seems to be a section where you might have to think tactically about your shots and be careful and more precise. He stated, inside Modern Warfare 2's new raids, you don't want to shoot everything on sight. There will seemingly be civilians within sections of these raids, with a handful of data mined audio quotes going as follows. Check fire, do not engage civilians. They are non-combatants. Ultra 1, check fire. Engaging non-combatants will put a bounty on your head. Ultra 1, you engaged another non-combatant. Firing on civilians will mark you as a target. And Ultra 1, you've engaged too many civilians. There's a bounty on you now. And one final reiteration of that saying, Ultra 1, your actions against civilians just put a bounty on your head. So progressively giving you more warning and then, of course, taking gameplay action against you, which will be interesting to see how that all plays out. Now, in terms of complexity and length, this is still a big question mark, truth be told. With those factors in mind, it could be something that has a bit more complexity, mixing elements of puzzles, stealth, and precision, things like maybe a clean house mission with team-based tactics going a little bit further. But honestly, I'd love to see something like this take a few hours at a time. If you're going to call it a raid, if you're going to be likening it to something of a true grind that other games have done masterfully, let's go all out with it. Let's make this something where you have to sit down and actually consciously be like, okay, I'm going to figure this out. This is gonna be a little bit of time, but we're gonna do this. We as a squad are going to tackle this incredibly tough challenge. Now, again, whether or not it lives up to that or not, and maybe that's just sort of wishful thinking, maybe that's not necessarily the best course of action. From my perspective, I think this has incredible potential to have a lot more depth here to it. But as always, it's just a matter of if it's done well or not. The one big question for me, at least, especially considering if it will be something super lengthy and a true grind, will there be any rewards that make this actually worthwhile? And that's where things kind of get interesting, because while we don't explicitly know or have anything based off of leaks, from the very beginning, Pat Kelly, studio head at Infinity Ward, had said at COD Next that he intended to offer more unique ways of play and rewards for players to interact with across the board. And so far, I think they've kind of done a decent job on that, from the very basic things of the camo grind being more accessible to the casual player, but a grind no less, to things like the all-new DMZ rewards and things like the Champions Quest rewards, like the nuke weapon charm and unique operator outfit for getting the nuke and completing that in Warzone. There's a bunch of things that are a little bit more niche, but also stuff that is intriguing enough to want to tackle, to go out of your way and to complete those challenges. But also, even just as of recently, that new FC event was something that gave up to 2 exclusive blueprints for just simply guessing matches. So fingers crossed we end up having something that rewards our time, our effort here with this, but it's certainly something I'm looking forward to. Now, the only other discussion that I think we can have here in regards to this is the curiosity surrounding Spec Ops. While I love to see Spec Ops getting some sort of love here beyond just missions every so often, because that is admittedly the only other pillar that really wouldn't be touched otherwise between seasonal updates, I am kind of surprised that we didn't see anything on the free-to-play side of things. When they first announced raids, I kind of thought that it'd be something tethered to DMZ perhaps, where it would be available with that free-to-play offering, trying to get as many players to engage with it as possible. But it is something that is tethered to Spec Ops and that $70 price tag for those that bought the mainline or premium title of Modern Warfare 2. So that said, we are right on the precipice here of learning more about raids, more about Season 1 Reloaded, and all the content offering to come. And in just a little bit of time here, we are going to be playing our first raid in Modern Warfare 2. So that said, I wanted to recap with you guys the bit that we do know, but the prospect that these gameplay loops, these things that we do know, and also the overall concept of a raid in Modern Warfare 2 can bring to the table. So let me know your thoughts down below. Are you guys looking forward to anything in particular in regards to a raid? Are you looking forward to maybe just getting past the discussion of raids so that you don't have to hear about it anymore? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts below. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, and anything COD related. Love to have you in the community. But for now, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.